Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What up? This is Mr. Busby.
And back home for good. Out here in the Bay. It's your boy JC No Hunnits. What's cracking, bro?
What up, man? Had a pretty long day. I'm at his house right now. I just helped him kind of move his shit back in and all that.
Yeah.
You all nation. All nation.
I know I said last episode I had one more episode in LA, but some unfortunate news took place within the family.
Yep.
So I had known about it for a little while. Was hoping I could make it back in time, but we'd have put our family chihuahua down last Wednesday.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to that boy, young Louie.
Young Louie, man.
That sucks because we just learned that he had an enlarged heart. And he seemed cool. Like, I mean, obviously we knew his time was gonna come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
He was 12. He's gonna be 13 this year.
Oh wow, you lived a long life.
Yeah, so we knew it was gonna come. We just didn't anticipate it being that quickly. Like literally, my mom sent me a picture of his X-ray Sunday the day before we went on for 81. So I'd known, okay, well, as long as I get back in time, we're good.
Yeah.
Then they hit me up Tuesday, like, hey, do you think you could possibly get back in time? We don't know if he's gonna make it.
Ooh.
And so then Tuesday, I was like, okay, well, that's fine. Just let me know what takes place because I can drive down first thing Wednesday morning. We woke up Wednesday morning. My mom's just like, he's having trouble breathing. We can't wait out any longer. We got to take him in.
Damn.
And, yeah, so it sucks. Tuesday, I FaceTimed with them just not knowing what was going on. Mm-hmm. You just don't realize how much a pet can just go from a pet to a part of the family to the highlight of the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
when you walk in the house, he's the first person that greets you,
yeah,
barking his ass off at you.
So I got to talk with him, and, you know, the thing was he was blind, so I mean it wasn't like he could see anyways, but he was very alert. He knew who was talking both in the room, and then he also heard me talking to him on the phone because he started looking around, sniffing, seeing everything. But it took a while, man. Like it just hit me. I got back here. Larissa and I got back about 2:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. I dropped the U-Haul off here. I took her back home. Then I came back, and I walked in, and the first thing I noticed was his bowls were gone.
Damn.
Out the kitchen, and that's when it really sunk in. Like, he's not here anymore.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so it's rough. We're still adjusting. I mean, like you said, I'm used to hearing pitter patters just around.
Yeah,
this is everything. But you know, life goes on. In his honor, you know, I got the 3 fry salute that I mentioned on social media. I always used to beg for food, and I'd rip apart 3 tiny pieces of my fries. Let him have it. So for the remainder of the year, every time I get fries, I'm dumping 3 little pieces off for my little guy. So Louie, I don't know where you at, but
bark.
If you hearing, we got you. We love you. Rest in peace. And we're not thinking about getting no other dog for a while.
Yeah. Don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't have a pet, but, you know, every time I walked in here, that dog was the first thing that just barks, and I bark right back at him, and then we just walk away.
Yeah.
It was like nothing even going to happen, and he's just calm around me.
And that was the funniest thing about it was that if he bit your pant leg, that means you were cool in his book. Yeah. Like, he would bite your pant leg, be like, all right, bet, now you know who runs the house, and it's good. Mm-hmm. But if he didn't bite your pant leg, chances are you weren't coming back here anytime soon. Like, it's like, yo, we don't know about you, man. He don't think you cool, so you can't pass the test, G. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's rough. Like I said, you just don't know how quickly these pets stop becoming pets.
Yeah, man.
My mom's still kind of taking it rough because one thing my sister and I were talking about was that, so the significance of Louie is that we got him because my younger cousin, Christiana, had passed away at the end of 2005. And when she passed, she was 10, and her and my sister were a month apart from each other. So they were best friends. Mm-hmm. So a year had passed, and then my mom was like, you know, well, let's try to get a dog. Let's see how it takes place. So we got Louie going into my senior year. My brother was in 8th grade, and my sister was in 6th grade. So I'm getting up, doing my school, getting ready to go away to school. Of course, Dom and Cherie. Dom did like 4 or 5 sports his 8th grade year. And then Cherie was doing her sports thing. So everybody's going to camps, different places. So eventually, Louie ends up becoming my mom's dog.
Yeah.
And for anybody that knows me, you've seen plenty of pictures of just Louie and my mom just tied to the hip, to the chest, whatever. So she's still coming to grips with it. And what my sister and I were piecing together was that, yeah, because of Louie, she never had to really focus on the empty nest syndrome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because when everybody was going away to school, he was the constant. So when she was coming back, it was like, okay, well, at least I got one baby still here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, she's not doing too good with it right now. So just, if y'all listeners, keep us up in prayers over the next few weeks. We're still, like I said, we're just readjusting with everything.
Yeah.
But on a bright note, I'm home.
Hell yeah.
The garage looks a mess, but we got the most important pieces in the mug right now. You know what I'm saying?
Been here all day practically. Helping them adjust and shit. Yeah, like old school SmackDown on right now. Yeah.
So I ended up with my feet went completely numb. I couldn't move them all morning. Come to find out, my hamstrings were just tight because as soon as my brother stretched them out, like I was like, oh my God, I got my power. I got the power back in my feet. Yeah. And so, yeah, appreciate you, Dom. Appreciate you, Gabby. Sheree was always the smartest one in the family because as soon as she realized stuff had to get put in, she left.
She was like, oh shit, nope.
She didn't get back till it was time to put the TV back in her room. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, appreciate you.
Of course.
As always.
Yeah.
So as a result of this episode, this is gonna be, kind of a throwback thing. I ain't doing no mixing for this shit. You getting it raw as is.
How it should be, how it originally was.
You gonna take it as is. We kind of not kind of. We just got busy with
life.
Yeah, you said you were getting sick, right?
Kind of getting sick. I mean, just so you were moving, I was kind of getting sick, but I'm cool now. For now, probably need something to eat. Probably.
So we just gonna wing this shit.
Yeah. Anyway,
and because I'm not mixing for this episode. We're actually gonna give y'all a little quick sneak peek into
our playlist.
Our playlist for the month for March.
Probably in the link in the description.
Yeah, so as we're talking, you'll hear it in the background and whatnot. Just vibe out.
Get us copyright, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We just keep going on the damn somber note. Stephen Clark.
Yeah, Stephen Clark.
Stephen, that's how you say it? Stephen?
I think is it Stephen Clark or Stephen Clark?
Stephen Clark. Anyway, 22-year-old out in Sacramento. Another hashtag. Another black man got shot.
Yeah. What else needs to be said?
I mean, shit.
I mean, we're covering it at this point, obviously, because it's in our backyard.
Yeah, Sacramento. Sacramento, where you at?
So apparently, police were called to the area. He was at his grandparents' house, and I didn't have a chance to get as much in as possible.
Pretty much, they shot him 20 times or some shit, and he took out his fucking. They thought he had a gun, but it was really his cell phone. I mean, and they turned off their mic. They turned off their body cameras and all that. They said mute it. So
of course, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
So pretty much they know they fucked up. Yeah. And now, everyone's rioting and... Well, not rioting. They're just protesting, as always.
Yeah, they actually... it trickled into the sports realm because they ended up protesting the...
Kings.
I'm not even gonna... I'm not
gonna call them the Queen.
I will not refer to that. I'm gonna give proper respect. They protested during the Kings and whoever they were playing. And respect to the ownership group. After the game, the players, they all came out back to the court. Mm-hmm. The owner made it perfectly clear, this is something that happens in our community. Mm-hmm. We need to rectify it, and we stand behind peaceful protest, and we're going to keep standing behind peaceful protest. So the Sacramento Kings franchise, fan base,
staff, labor, and the motherfucking crew.
This is... I'm not going to say it's the one time, because, there's been other times I'll give proper respect, but, all that Lakers... Kings fandom stuff aside, salute, commend y'all.
Next week is back to fuck y'all.
Basically.
Yeah.
Sunday, actually. Play them on Easter.
Oh yeah, Easter's this Sunday.
Man, it's already... We're literally a quarter into 2018.
Hey, man.
It's a wrap.
Well, shit. Fucking, what else happened? What other shit happened? Oh, yeah, like earlier this week.
The bomber.
Oh, yeah. Dude out in Austin was blowing everybody up out in the... suburbs. They're not in the suburbs. Only in the urban areas where all the minorities are at. Just blowing himself up and shit like that.
It was
crazy there because it was in the Austin area, and every time someone blew up, because my homegirl Diane, shout out to Diane, she's always out there.
What up, Diane?
There. So every time I saw a new report, I hit her up saying, "You good?" And
right.
Thankfully she's good. But yeah, motherfucker was just blowing up everybody and shit. So then they finally found his ass, cornered him, and he said, "Peace." Blew himself up. He was a white boy, too, so...
Yeah, Mark Anthony Condit.
No relation.
shit, I guess the story report was they figured out who he was through, what was it, the pole, the cell phone tower.
Oh, wow.
They were able to figure out who it was.
Uh-huh.
And I guess they ended up chasing him, and when he realized it was about to come to an end, he jumped out and went into a dirt road and then blew himself up.
Well, damn.
Or he parked there and then blew himself up.
He went out with a bang.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
And of course, the media doesn't want to refer to him as a terrorist.
No, the fucking, our whole ass nigga in office, they want to refer to him as a terrorist.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was a troubled person. You know, whatever, nigga. You a terrorist, you call ass. It's funny how all these terrorists have been white people. Every single one of them.
Message.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Rest in peace to those that were a part of that, for sure.
Real. Fucking, who else? And then going to music. Earlier this week, or like late Friday, Thursday, some demos came out.
Yeah.
What?
I was going to speak up a little bit.
Oh! My voice is loud enough. They hear my black ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, some demos came out from Kanye. Some shit's coming out of his coming out of his studio and shit like that. And I guess a leaked version of Father Stretch My Hands came out.
If your metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful morning.
Yeah, so it was like Father Stretch My Hand, and it has like a nice long verse from Kendrick Lamar with an extended sample.
Yeah.
And Kendrick ripped that shit. I don't know how. It was just mind blowing hearing that shit. I'm like, oh my god, and he put that on the cutting room floor because Kendrick ripped that shit.
Makes you think. So this is my thing. I love demos just for the simple fact that you actually get a glimpse of your favorite artist's creative sessions.
Yeah.
Because not everything goes onto the final product. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I love about that is, well, two things. Number one, you get the creative process.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you actually get to hear and see how important an audio engineer is to the recording sessions.
Yeah.
But the way that man flipped that joint,
Mm-hmm.
incredible. Like, just legit incredible.
For real, man.
He spazzed. He legit spazzed.
That was just a demo.
Yeah.
Just a demo on how he did that. That was crazy.
I mean, do you have anything memorized? Because I heard it 3 times. You know what's funny? You sent me the link, and then you were listening at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And every time I kept pressing play, mine paused. And I was like, why the hell does mine keep pausing? And then it kept playing because I think we were trying to listen on the iLLogical Sense account at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Because
that's probably why. Yeah, he was doing that to me, too. I was like, why is he doing that?
Because I don't. How many times did you listen to it? I got to like 3 or 4 times, and it was a wrap after.
I was listening, man. I was that damn near the whole weekend, but it was just, oh fuck! I just remember how his flow was, and then he had the high pitch. It was like vintage Kendrick.
Yeah,
that's how it was, man. Just I can't really memorize the flow or whatever, but he was spitting his ass off. Kendrick's not on this planet, man. I don't know how he does it.
Can you imagine if that was the bridge between
that and part
1
2?
and 2?
Oh my god!
Like
that would have been
like
fair.
if his vocals were actually during the build up of part 2.
Yes.
And then it just ended, and then Designer jumped in right there.
And like it starts just building up and building and building and building. Oh my god, man, that was fucking amazing. How he did that shit. Kendrick Lamar, man, he's just man, I don't know. Kanye still. He was actually at that march for what's it called? The March for Our Lives thing. Oh damn, China.
Wow.
Tig old biddies. Fake ass biddies, but tig old biddies.
Yeah, the March for Our Lives.
Yeah, that shit, man. Shout out to every single one of them out there, man. Oh, that leads us right into fucking Killer Mike.
Oh yeah.
We tired, but that shit really makes me tired.
Yeah. I caught a glimpse of that. If you can fill me in with everything. Pretty much
what happened was that during the March for Our Lives shit, shout out to Emma Gonzalez and every single kid that went out there to, protest, better gun laws and safer gun laws so we could all be alive and shit like that.
Salute
to them. But pretty much, like, all of a sudden the NRA decided to, like, release a clip from an interview they did with Killer Mike. And Killer Mike pretty much just started saying... He pretty much said, like, not downplayed it, but he gave his opinion about it.
Right.
But the one that really stuck out to me is when he said that if any of his kids walked out of the whole protest, did the whole protest and shit like that, they need to walk out of his house.
Damn.
And then said some shit that, why are everyone tripping about guns? And he was saying that, yeah, we are a gun-loving family and all this other shit. It just started infuriating me. Like, really, nigga?
Right.
Really? And then he started saying some shit. What else did he say? He said, he said, yeah, we're a gun-loving family, and we don't follow what our peers do, what our allies do. We don't do everything that our allies do and all that, because Wakanda had guns too. And I'm like, nigga, you didn't even watch the fucking movie, you stupid motherfucker. And then he was just
Wakanda had guns too.
He just sounded like a smart dumb nigga. That's who he is. He was like a smart dumb nigga. Then he goes on Twitter and he tries to rationalize it.
Okay.
Like, he tries to rationalize it and try to debate people, and he was trying to sound like he was the smartest one in the room. It infuriated me. Like, dude, you smarter than this. Then I realized this is the motherfucker that didn't vote because Bernie Sanders didn't win.
Yeah.
Because he was part of the whole he was a Bernie Sanders supporter. He was like his damn near his right hand man.
Oh yeah.
And then when he didn't win, they wanted him to vote. They asked if he was going to vote. He was like, I ain't voting for Hillary. I ain't voting for none of them. And pretty much he just voted for Trump, because if no vote means a vote for Trump.
Exactly.
So if anybody is to blame, Killer Mike's the one to point the finger at himself. And then it just irritated me that he said that. I'm like, you gonna really tell your kids straight up that if they're gonna walk out for their beliefs and protesting for safer gun laws, that you love your guns more than your fucking kids' beliefs? In that case, if you didn't vote, they should have kicked you out the house for your fucking beliefs. Stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean,
got me all mad now.
I think what caught me off guard the most of it, what I did catch a glimpse of, was the fact that he sided with the NRA.
Yes, he was on their fucking shit.
Considering the fact that he fits the description of who the NRA is afraid of to the T.
Come on, killer. Killer in his name. A black rapper with a killer in his name. A big black rapper.
So it confused the hell out of me, because I'm like, wait, you're defending everybody. You're defending the same group of people who don't want to see people like you, myself, and you, Busby, have those types of artillery. Yeah. And the thing that bugged me out was, after I'd seen that, I ended up seeing another clip a few hours later about hunters, and they were out protesting for the lives. Yeah. And they were saying, if anybody has credentials, we do, because it's not the guns that we use for hunting that they're trying to get, make it hard for people to get. Yeah. It's these artillery weapons that really have no use. And so you even had, I remember there was a reserve soldier, she was even saying, I've held an AR-15, and that joint has a lot of power. You're not using that to just hunt. You're using that to take out. He sounded like a fucking idiot. And he was saying some real shit, but he said it on the NRA. He's talking to this old coon-ass black dude on there that was trying to sound like he was smart. And it just irritated me, because it was like, dude, you played right into their game. Yeah. So, like, the next day, Fox News fucking gave him props for the shit, because NRA do not like us. They don't like black people. They're racist. Nope. Like this fucking, oh my God, look at that nigga. We getting rowdy. K-Quick. Getting rowdy. You mean R-Truth. Well, K-Quick at the time. And he's dancing to fucking... You getting rowdy. Return of the Mac. On beat, too. But, Fox News co-signed him. And I think when Fox News co-signed his ass, that's when he got that come to Jesus moment. And then he released an apology, pretty much saying that he fucked up. Basically. Yeah. Rightfully so. He knew his money was... I think when he realized that Fox News was co-signing him, he was like, oh, shit, I fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, you fucked up your money, bro. Because, let's keep it real. There's a reason why Killer Mike didn't go platinum. Oh, damn. Shit. He's like, let's keep it funky, man. Killer Mike's a great rapper, but at the end of the day, that's some stupid shit. I mean, who's the dude that's on his side for Run the Jewels? LP. LP wrote a long-ass statement that I really didn't read. So it was like, I didn't read. It was a long-ass fucking statement why he's supporting him, and he still has his back. And then, all these other people said, I still support Killer Mike, and Glasses Malone saying I sided with Killer Mike even before his little fucking apology. And, he even said some other shit in that interview about why he doesn't do anti-bullying campaigns, because he says kids need to... kids need to fight their own battles. He even said some other shit that... he need to fight their own battles, and if someone goes and shoots up his school, he's going to teach his daughter how to use a gun and shit. This nigga was just on the whole wrong side of everything. I'm like, you old stupid smart nigga. Ugh, hate those type of people. Man. I mean, well, we'll see how it plays out. He already apologized, so everyone's kind of I'm just saying the aftermath after the apology. We'll see how everything plays out.
Yeah, because he said we did it like a week ago, and they posted the interview right when the march was going on.
Right.
So
yeah, and to me that was tactical. They knew
was.
exactly what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, and Big and Killer Mike was all going like, "Oh, I didn't know it was like that." And, shut up, nigga. You knew what the fuck was up. Your money was getting fucked up.
But yeah, as you were getting ready to say, we had another situation
into that shit.
Interview.
Oh,
your boy Tekashi 6ix9ine.
It's your boy.
You're the one that sent me the album. It's like, how did
Because it was, you go shot, man.
Yeah, so you sent me the link saying that he was on
The Breakfast
Club last week.
Yeah.
From what I took from it, he's just really misguided.
Did you watch the whole interview?
I watched the entire interview.
Same here.
Watched the entire interview. He was definitely from jump. It just sounded. It's how you said. From jump, I was like, this kid's mad ignorant.
He is.
Like he's just really ignorant. The whole situation with I'm the king of New York. I got the points that he was trying to make. But at the same time, it's like, bro, what's your
direction?
What's your direction, and what are you basing this off of? Because if you're just basing it off of, well, I made it. It's like, okay, well, I
have 5 songs on the Billboard Top 10, bro. On the Billboard 100, bro. Blood.
Yeah. And it's like, all right, cool. Well, you made it, but that don't make you the quote unquote king. I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
I'm the hottest nigga out here, bro. I'm the hottest out there, blood. He kept saying blood a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the thing of it is, for me, is that don't necessarily make you the king. I still look at Jay as the king.
No. He was saying he was the hottest nigga in the streets, and Charlamagne shot that down immediately. He's like, no, Cardi B is.
Oh yeah.
He immediately kept shooting it down. Like, no, you're not. You're not that hot, bro.
Right, but it was what he was saying afterwards, where I was like, you know what? He actually knows what he's talking about. He's just misguided in how he's going about this.
He's a fucking idiot.
Because what he did say was actually true, which was, you know, I can basically go where I want to go, and it's the sense of, if you want to fight me, then okay, how do you look as a grown-ass man wanting to fight me just because I'm in the area?
He called him, this is the thing that really irritated me, he calls himself a kid. He's 21 years old with a fucking child. Like, you ain't no fucking kid, bro.
I mean, don't get it twisted, he's grown, but in the sense of, I think back to when I was 21, 22.
Did you color your hair like his black ass or Mexican ass?
No, I was going bald.
Okay.
I didn't have that luxury.
But would you do that type of shit?
I don't know. You know, who's to say I would have? You know what I mean? Like, maybe I just one day, hey, I want to do some blonde shit for Halloween. Hey, maybe I'll just keep it for an extra few days. Maybe I'll keep it for, you know what I'm saying? Just, if there was a point in time where I was like, I'm never going to grow my beard out.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
But, well, you know, life happened.
So, I mean, there's definitely some things that I took away from that. Another thing that really stood out to me was the ending of it, where they called the pastor in.
Yeah, Charlamagne said, Charlamagne, we got to pray for this boy.
Yeah. And at first they were kind of laughing, but when it came down to it, he was actually very receptive of the prayer. So that, to me, that told me he's got common sense. He knows how to use it. He's just very misguided, and he
has the wrong people around him.
Exactly.
Like, legit, he has the wrong people around him. With me, he just irritated me from jump, and people were saying that he controlled that whole interview. Like, no, he didn't. He didn't control that fucking interview. They were saying he out-trolled Charlamagne and shit like that. No, Charlamagne was just trying to talk some sense into him.
Yeah.
And saying, like, what was he? He was just saying shit like, dude, you're antagonizing the gang culture and shit like that. You're adding to the shit.
Right.
And that's what he's doing. And and people are co-signing this shit. And I don't fuck with. I remember we had that episode a few weeks ago. The Star Wars episode with his music. It was funny because it's comics. I don't take it serious, but there are people that are actually taking this shit serious.
Of course.
And it's like, okay, now this is getting scary. Now this is getting very Trump-like. His whole mentality is very Trump-like.
Yeah.
And it's creating a following and shit like that. And I'm just like, okay, I don't like this shit. And then he was all going like, yeah, this is gonna be your hottest interview. This is probably gonna have over 10 million views. And right now it has like over 4 million views on YouTube. Because everyone's watching, they want to see this nigga, what this nigga has to say.
Right. And
it's just like, I can't fuck with that. He represents fuckery. He represents chaos. He represents... man, I don't know how to say it, man. And then, like, the one part he said he feels untouchable. And Charlamagne said, yeah, those were wise words said by someone before they got shot.
Yeah.
And then he's all talking then he made fun of YG. He was still burning bridges. He was saying that YG's like, who's YG? The Tutor and the Buddha dude. Like, he was so arrogant. Like, they said he was just trolling. Now, I know trollers. That nigga wasn't trolling. That nigga's a fucking idiot. Because I remember when he was talking to Fat Joe. Everyone should watch the Fat Joe interview he did when he was on Tidal or whatever. On Tidal.
Gotta get that title.
You gotta get that title. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, Fat Joe was trying to, school him, give him some lessons as an OG.
Pretty much as an OG, because he doesn't have an OG.
Right.
And he pretty much asked him, like, there was one question he asked him, like, what's your opinion on he's like, Donald Trump, because he's Hispanic.
Right.
And Fat Joe's Hispanic, so he said, what's your opinion on Donald Trump? And all this nigga 6ix9ine had to say is fuck him. But what did he say? He goes and says, what's your opinion on Donald Trump? He's like, besides all the racist stuff he talks about, I think he's doing a great job as a president. This nigga.
Misguided, man.
And then, like, Fat Joe had this look on his face, like, what? Oh, man. And just from his music to who he is, he's going to get shot one day. There was even a part where they brought his manager. You remember that part in the interview?
Yeah.
When they brought his manager out, a black dude. And him and Charlamagne and Envy pretty much told him, like, yo, like, we've seen this story before. You know where this is going.
Right.
And he keeps copping pleas. He keeps rationalizing his ideas. Like, yeah, I know I'm fucking up, but I'm just doing this for sales. I'm doing this for me. In my opinion, he's looking at this shit as a joke. Oh yeah. Especially with the gang shit. And I'm going like, okay, he keeps thinking he's gonna get touched. He's not gonna get touched. I was like, okay, the BET Awards is when? June? Mm-hmm. He's gonna have to come back out here again. And now YG's dissing him because after he said that little shit to him. Yeah, YG said he went online and said fuck 6ix9ine and shit like that. So and Game's dissing him for whatever reason after praising him, but I don't really count Game no more. Album's coming out, so that's why he's dissing him. But it's like at this point, like he's getting all this energy, he's getting all this fuckery energy to him. Right. So sooner or later, this shit's gonna catch up to him.
Unfortunately, if he don't clean up his mind frame, his environment, which don't sound like he's gonna be doing for any time soon. Mm-hmm. Fortune trouble really gonna find him.
Yeah, and that leads me to fucking academics his ass, because he was rationalizing the shit, especially on Everyday Struggle. He was rationalizing it. And now the more I'm looking at him, the more irritated I get of him. It's like, dude, you're the problem with this shit. And that led me to reposting the shit that Joe Budden told him just like last year, when he was pretty much telling him to stay away from XXX and shit. Yeah. Pretty much saying you need to stay away from these fuck niggas. Yeah. Because you're gonna end up getting hurt one day. That's pretty much what he said in a nutshell. And now what did he do? He attached himself to Tekashi. So it's like, dude, sooner or later, if they can't get to Tekashi, they're gonna get to him. Right. I don't know when, I don't know how. Because dude, he was saying like they're saying like the reason why they don't like this nigga because they feel like you're making profit off this shit. Like you're being hella biased for a reason, and then the next thing you know, right after that interview, you're in the fucking what's it called? Where were they at? District Republic or whatever the fuck they were at. They were overseas filming a video, and fucking Academics was in the fucking swimming pool with his ass. You saw that shit, right?
No. Wait, what?
Oh, you don't remember that?
No.
You didn't see that clip? Yeah, no. They were in the fuck. Where were they? They were in DR. Okay. You know what DR is, right?
District.
Fuck. We know what it. They were out there in DR and shit, and they were at some little mansion or whatever, and there was a big ass pool, and Tekashi was in the pool, and Academics was in the pool too with his shirt on. Okay. And like he was kind of mocking the Breakfast Club interview. Like Academics was trolling too in a way, but it was like, come on, nigga. And it's just like I'm looking at this, and I'm going like, so you're attaching yourself to this nigga. Like you are legit associating yourself, and you're making a profit off this shit. Right. You're gonna get fucked up, dog. This is some wrestling shit. This is usually what happens. If they can't get to the back, if they can't get to the main villain, they get to the manager. Yeah. That's what happened with Paul Heyman. Yeah. Paul Heyman talks all that shit until Roman Reigns or Samoa Joe or whatever comes out, and he's like, I'm just the advocate, don't hurt me. That's what Academic's gonna say. Hey, I'm just a blogger, I'm just a news guy, don't touch me, man. I'm right. Then you end up getting your ass whooped anyway. Yeah. I don't know, man.
It's wild. I mean, he's not the only one either. I caught YFN Lucci on his Twitter account. Basically, what he was saying was, I sold 20,000 copies of my debut. This is crazy. I know the potential of it. I should definitely be pushing 100,000 right now. And somebody responded to him, was like, bruh, you're not even promoting out here on social media. Like, you don't even have the album cover as your profile cover.
Oh, yeah, and then I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah, and so I'm reading that, and I'm like, bruh.
What the fuck?
Who's your PR people? Like, what's going down, man? Because he's a part of Think This Is a Game Entertainment. So that's Rich Homie Quan. I think there's a couple more. But I read that and I was like,
think this is a game. That's a pretty ironic record label.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you think this shit's a game.
I read that and I was like, bruh.
Why are you tweeting this?
Yeah, you just let everybody know that you don't know how the fuck to do it yourself.
This is what Joe Budden was talking about when he was on Everyday Struggle.
Yeah.
This is exactly what he was talking about. This is what he was trying to tell you a lot about. Like, he's trying to educate you niggas and shit.
Right.
Oh my god, it just irritates me seeing this fuckery going on. When it comes to 6ix9ine, something's gonna, like I said before, either something's gonna happen to him or something's gonna happen to academics. And I'm gonna say by the BT, but everything we say on this podcast always manifests somehow, some way. So I say by the BT Awards, by June, by BT weekend, because he's gonna have to come back out here.
Right.
Something's going to happen to that boy.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Something's gonna happen to him. He's gonna get his chain tucked, he's gonna get socked, he's gonna get jumped, something's gonna happen to him. And it's not gonna be ugly. Just don't come to the Bay. That's gonna be real bad for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dead ass.
Unconditionally.
Yeah. Shit.
Well, to keep it on rappers, we got sort of a reunion.
Well, who?
Big Timers.
I don't count that.
I guess they did some track for the documentary, and the song released. I don't know if they did a soundtrack for the documentary, but apparently that track released, and yeah.
That's all I really need to say.
I heard a snippet of it, and I was like, okay.
Exactly. Just move on. It's like, this ain't 2001 no more, bro.
The first thing that came to mind was like, did you pay Manny for his other residuals?
He probably did it out of pettiness, because now Birdman probably barely got any money and shit.
Yeah, something going on.
Well, speaking of that, fucking Jeezy's gonna fucking, I guess he announced his last album, what, TM 104?
Yeah, so he went on, he's just finishing up the track of his, of the tour. And so he went on Twitter just basically saying this, if I could quote it, it's time for graduation, my last album and final class, Thug Motivation 104. And if this is going to be his final album,
he needs to go out guns blazing.
He's got him. And what better way to go out than ending the series? Like, it's the perfect way to go out as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, he's pretty much, what else does he have to say?
Right. He's pretty much done it all. Now I feel like he's in a perfect situation where he's definitely earned the respect beyond being known as a trap rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's got substance to his records. It took a while for people to finally realize it, but he's finally got that respect as a rapper.
Yeah.
He mended fences with people that definitely had to be mended.
With Rick Ross.
Rick Ross especially. That should have never even kept him from doing music from day one, but it is what it is. Now it's time for him to go over and serve as kind of like the AR. You know what I'm saying? He's got the CT
already
world.
doing it.
Right. He's got CT world. Of course, the situation that we learned with him being arrested, he lost his role as the head of A&R at Atlantic.
Yeah.
But he definitely knows the ins and outs of the business to help bring in the next generation of rappers.
He brought in YG.
Right.
So,
right.
Who else? He had, what's his name? Doughboy Cash Out?
Doughboy Cash Out. Initially, before they started beefing, obviously he had Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
So he definitely knows talent. And so I'm excited to see what takes place once Thug Motivation 104 gets dropped. However, before that, I'm anticipating guns blazing on Thug Motivation 104.
He needs to take his sweet ass time on that. He better not rush it like all these other albums he does.
If it was up to me, I would not want to hear it until next year. Just because Pressure came out at the end of last year. Just give it some time. Let it roll. But if it's one of those things where
I forgot about that damn album, to be honest.
I blasted that the other day.
That's you. Because you're a Jeezy fan. I'm not really. I respect Jeezy for everything he does, but I'm not really like a fan like that.
Oh,
I respect him. Like when y'all hear his verses or whatever, like he's dope. But that's just me. To me,
Pressure's held up. I mean, again, there's still those tracks I'm kind of like but overall, I played it all the way through.
Speaking of no pressure, you know how all the pressure on the world on her right now is Cardi B.
Yeah.
Yeah, just on Monday, she announced that she is dropping her debut album.
Right.
Her I guess you can say her official debut album. What was it called? No. Oh my God, I just saw the title in my head and it just went away.
We can look it up right now.
Yeah, you can look it up right now. We live, people. You can go on her fucking, it was no privacy. Some privacy.
Okay.
Fuck, man, we all just gonna look it up right now. Y'all just bear with us, people. I want to get it right. I want to get it. We're gonna get this shit right, my niggas. Son of a bitch. You gonna listen to Tory
Invasion of Privacy.
Invasion of Privacy.
April 6th.
April 6th. Yeah, next week.
Yeah, next Friday.
Next Friday, she is dropping her debut album, and I'm like, didn't we just talk about that last week?
Yeah, it was either last week or on.
It was last week because we were talking about Drake, who just now recently still has his like what's it called? God's Plans, like his ninth week in a row at number one. It's
right.
Like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, my predictions went to the trash, but. Yeah, her album's dropping that day. I'm like, okay, like next week, literally. No singles, no nothing. And apparently, according to chart data, they're saying that her album's already is going to be eligible to go gold first week because of what's it called? Because of Bodak Yellow and Charlie Barty and shit like that.
Yeah.
So since it's out, it's like okay. And it got now she got signed to Quality Control, which is the
management. Yeah.
Yeah. So that album about to be like a whole fucking triple disc set. Something
like that.
I would not be surprised. It has like over 25 tracks on there or some shit.
Yeah, they're gonna put the cheat codes. I think one of the cheat codes they're gonna emphasize too, like you said, is putting those records on because then all of that automatically secures her the place to go.
Cardi's been working her ass off. Every time I go on her Instagram, she is in the studio.
Yeah,
she is legit in the studio at 2 a.m, really trying to make sure she gets it right.
Right,
and she said straight up she was scared to drop this album. She's been scared. She has a lot of pressure on her because Bodak Yellow's been successful. Her features have been successsul. Right. But I believe in young Cardi, man. I believe in her. I think she will have the hottest album, maybe the hottest album of the year, maybe.
For sure.
I predicted it. It better happen. I'm going to be really angry if it's fucking trash. And I won't tell if it's trash. Nicki ain't exempt. Because Nicki's watching. That's why I was kind of really surprised she's dropping it now. Well, it might be true. She might be pregnant.
Right.
But... And she's about to go. She's going on tour with Bruno. So XFL championship. Wow.
Speaking of the XFL, did you know that the guy that did the documentary for the 30 for 30?
He's starting his own league.
Yeah. So now what it's looking, and he's doing it a year before the XFL comes back. So now what it's looking like is that he did the interview, figured out what they did wrong. Yeah. So emphasized what they did right, and was like, okay, cool. Now we got the blueprint. Let's go.
Everybody knew what he did wrong, man. It didn't take a rocket science to figure out what Vince did wrong with the XFL.
It was just funny. That's just you're just sitting there getting played the whole time. You don't even know what's coming.
I mean, but shit. By 2020, we might have 3 fucking leagues. We might have the XFL, the NFL, and whatever league this motherfucker's coming up with.
Yeah. And then speaking of other leagues, Big Ball Brand.
That's you.
The whatever the minor league. Well, I'm not even call it the minor league. Whatever league that LeVar's starting up, I forgot what it's called. They starting tryouts next week or over the next 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. So they're gonna start looking into getting players for that.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting. LeAngelo actually declared himself eligible for the draft this year, which I think namesake alone, if he does end up getting drafted. 3 big niggas just fighting right now.
No, Big Show's knocking on the door and Undertaker and Cage just beat the shit out.
What SmackDown is this? The first SmackDown after WrestleMania?
Because Big Show was mad that the Hardy Boys beat him and he was knocked on the door and Undertaker and Cage just beat the shit out of him.
Brothers of Destruction.
Just beat the shit out of him. Hey, go on.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so LeAngelo, if he does get drafted, it's probably just going to be off a namesake.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll see how that plays out.
And when it comes, we'll go back to music. Fucking Royce the 5'9" is about to drop his. Well, he's gonna drop his album in May. Book of Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's interesting. And he dropped his new single with J. Cole. What's it called?
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna do this live, people. Again.
Yeah. Again.
I listened to it.
It's been a up and down week.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank y'all for bearing with us as always.
Y'all still listen.
Boblo Boat or Boblo
I couldn't
Boat.
pronounce it. That's what I was trying to say. How do you call it?
Boblo Boat or Boblo Boat?
Or whatever.
But either way, it was
it's blah blah blah. It's in a good way. It's because J. Cole because J. Cole's on there with him. Mm-hmm. And J. Cole dropped a really good ass verse on that.
And they dropped the video. I still gotta watch the video.
Yeah, J. Cole produced it, directed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good for him. Good, I like Royce the 5'9" after coming out with Prime 2. Under Book of Ryan, so
yeah,
2 projects in 1 year.
Yeah,
shout out to Royce.
Get it going, and then we may actually see another artist that just got here. She may be bowing out pretty sometime soon.
She ain't leaving. She's just stressed out. She needs to take a break.
So we got SZA. She did a piece in an interview for Flaunt magazine, And in that piece, she says, quote, "I'm still miserable. My world got so much smaller so fast. I have so much to write about. I feel like I'm in a cage. I'm making the best album of my life for this next album, and I know that because it's going to be my last album." End quote.
It ain't gonna be her last album. She's gonna take a break.
I feel like she should definitely, fall back after the tour ends. Fall back.
Get her mind right.
Get her mind right. Revisit. However, at the same time, I'm not going to completely say or put what she's saying on the back burner and be like, nah, you just need some time out. Because usually when we hear about it, it's from her male counterparts.
Yeah.
So it's more like, oh, they just need a break, just, whatever.
Yeah.
The industry's very different for a woman.
Especially Lauryn Hill. After Miseducation, she disappeared.
Right.
So,
the industry's very different for a woman. You can't walk anywhere without somebody saying, oh, you gained weight, you lost weight, you know what I'm saying? Just critiquing every little thing about you. Mm-hmm. And she's really a pure artist. You know what I'm saying? You can tell she's not here for the limelights and, you know what I'm saying, outside of her fan base. Yeah. And interacting with her fans. She's totally here for the music. Yeah. So if it's an instance where she's saying she feels miserable, it's stardom and fame's a bitch.
Yeah, it is.
And so, this is definitely something to keep an eye on, and hopefully everybody at TDE rallies up around her.
Top Dog gotta watch out for her. Yeah. All that. If anything, she's just gonna need a break. Right. That's what I really feel. She probably just gonna need a break and disappear for a minute, maybe like a year or two. Right. Probably drop some EP singles here and there to get her mind right. Yeah. Should be alright.
Yeah, for sure.
And fucking
Janae Aiko dropped 2 videos. Did you see those?
Yeah, I saw those. Yeah, that was pretty dope. It was like the whole West Side up in that shit.
Yeah, that was so yeah, Dom Kennedy, Nip, some among others, rolling around on the
Mia J. Hi, baby. Mia J. I don't give a damn. That's older sister. I love the older sister more than the younger sister. I don't give a damn.
You love the older sister, but you keep saying Mia J instead of Mila J.
Mia. She needs to be with Mia. She needs to be with Mia, homie.
Yeah, the videos were dope. Yeah. I liked how I liked the differences between them. It's crazy how one track could create 2 different visuals. Mm-hmm. But everything comes together. I thought that was dope.
I'm gonna take a bite out of Mia. Speaking of taking a bite, fucking someone bit Beyonce, bro.
I heard.
Yes, I heard. So pretty much Tiffany Haddish just can't keep her damn mouth shut. So in the new GQ interview, they were talking about, I guess, an Oscar party she went to or whatever, and she saw a certain actress. She didn't say who the actress was, but apparently this actress decided to get a little too touchy-feely with Beyonce, and she went up to her and bit her on the cheek. That's how she described it. Okay. And I was like, oh, and pretty much I read that shit, and pretty much Twitter just had an uproar. The Beehive was like, who bit our queen? And and I guess, what's her name? John Legend's wife. Yeah. How do you say her name? Chrissy Hengen?
Chrissy. Keep going, I'll pick it up.
Yeah. And she said that she knows who did it. And now everyone's trying to badger her. Like, who bit her? Who bit her? It's like, oh, I said too much. And,
Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, Chrissy Teigen. She said she knew who did it. And TMZ reports from their little credible sources, because TMZ, saying that it was Shayta Lathan? Sanaa Lathan is the one that did it, but they said it was real playful. Like, as soon as she hugged her, she just kind of bit her on the cheek lightly, supposedly. And, Beyonce was cool about it, but she said it was too weird. And I was like, well, shit. Well, Tiffany has to keep her damn mouth shut when it comes to everything, because she's been talking a little bit too much shit lately. Not talking shit, but she's been kind of just, not keeping her mouth shut. Right. So, I like the song. Snow the Product, yeah. Have you been watching her snaps lately? Or her Instagram stories? Mm-mm. Man, she's been going to strip clubs a lot lately, man. And I think she's low-key bi. Well, she is bi. I think she's been chilling with her chick.
Trying to get that vibe right. If Atlantic ever wants to decide to...
they need to drop her so she can just be independent, do what the fuck she wants. Because she's just... I don't know. Somebody need to help her out a little bit.
For sure. But shout out to Snow.
Oh, yeah.
I've been rocking with Snow for years now.
Okay.
Just, man, like they legit dropped the ball on her, bro. Like,
she dropped the ball on herself, to be honest. She should have signed with Tech 9.
Yeah. That was on the table.
Yeah. She said straight up, Tech 9 wanted to sign her to Strange Music, and she said flat out, like, oh, I'm sorry, I already signed at Atlantic. If she would have went on fucking Strange Music, her career probably
would have had the buzz, would have been able to go on the tour, at least for one album.
Or a few albums. She would have dropped her 3 albums already.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But But what else happened? Something else happened this week when it comes to sports. So Beyonce got bit. We don't know who bit her. Well, we kind of know. Who knows? Tiffany Haddish keeping her mouth shut. Sports.
Yeah, March Madness.
Yeah, March Madness coming to a
picked up. It's still madness. So the Final Four is now set.
Uh-huh.
You have number 1 Villanova going up against number 1 Kansas.
Yep.
And then in the other bracket, you got Michigan, who was a number 3 seed.
Uh-huh.
And then you got number 11 seed Loyola Chicago that done ran the tables and they done found their way to the Final Four. Sister Jean out here living her best life again, still. And we're going to see how it plays out. So the games are on Saturday. Championship game is on Monday. And
yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it was good. Honestly, it was good. This was a good March Madness. This was a good tournament year. I know a lot of people were upset saying, well, we wanted the top teams to play in. It's like, well, you should have told your top teams to be good. How about that?
How about that?
Because the teams I'm watching now, I'm pleased with the Final Four.
I think everyone's bracket's destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Just destroyed.
On a sadder note, I'm actually going to pull the information up now because...
We live, people.
Yeah.
Listen to the music.
So you had a G League player who actually... He fell out in a game on Saturday, and he actually ended up passing away on Monday yesterday.
On some 6-man shit?
Yeah, his name was... So he was a guard, Zeke Upshaw. He collapsed during a game on Saturday, as I stated. They were trying to figure out what was going on. Of course, rushed him to the hospital. And at the moment, they're saying they still don't know the reason for the death, but they're suspecting it has something to do with the heart.
Wow.
He was just 26 years old, too.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's rest in peace.
For real. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, that's rough. I mean, you never want anybody to go out, but, you know, as people always say, if there's one way to go out, you go out doing what you love best.
Yep.
And, I mean, at least we can know he was doing what he wanted to do.
What team was he for?
So he was for the... What G League team is this?
It's all like a Pistons jersey-ish colored.
The Grand Rapids Drive. So it was the Pistons minor team.
So if some strange shit starts happening on some 6-man shit, you know who it is.
Yeah. Basically. So rest in peace to him.
Uh-huh.
The Warriors looking like they starting to untangle right now.
Slowly but surely, because Steph Curry, broke his ACL?
No, he sprained his MCL.
Okay.
So now they're saying he could, not possibly, but he's going to be out through the first round.
So that's what according to Steve Kerr, Steph said, like, nah, man, I'm going to be back in 3 weeks.
Yeah, they like, nah, sit your ass down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, chill.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone in the season needs to just chill out right now. So
Right. I guess Clay's banged up, and they just said, now I got a report about half an hour ago, KD got fractured ribs.
Yeah, so he's out there. He just lost again. So
that's wild.
I mean, Warrior and Cavs doing Cavs stuff.
Cavs still getting their ass whooped. They just lost by, I think, 15 tonight to the Heat.
Shit.
So,
what's going on in the NBA?
I mean, at this rate, I'm laughing at because I'm joking around with what everybody's saying that the Cavs is ass and whatnot, but it's funny because everybody's pretty much limping in to the playoffs except for the Cavs, and LeBron looks fresh. So I mean, he's probably looking at just standpoint like, all I gotta do is just get there.
Pretty much. He already knows he's about to get there.
Right. Because I mean, the thing is, Kyrie Irving had to have surgery. It wasn't.
So he's out for the. Oh, it's not.
It wasn't season, but he's gonna be out for 3 to 6 weeks.
Oh wow.
So even though they kind of look formidable against their first round opponent, he's still gonna be out.
Who's Boston going against?
Boston is, or at this moment, Boston is number 2. So they're either looking at the Milwaukee Bucks or the Miami Heat.
Okay.
Or whoever, and then whoever's the 6th seed fighting for that. You know how that goes down.
Fucking.
The Lakers won the other day, and I was actually surprised.
Who y'all go against?
So we played the Grizzlies on Saturday, and we were down by like 15 points, and the Grizzlies are the worst team in the NBA. And I was like, how the fuck are we down? And they pissed me off. I was like, I don't even want to watch. Next time I look back, we come back and win, and I was like, oh shit, we won. All right, whatever.
Damn.
What about my business? And I was like, lucky for you guys, because if y'all had lost that game, I was going to cancel you out the rest of the year, and I wasn't going to tune into the lottery.
Well, shit.
Yeah. But season's coming to an end. We'll obviously see how that runs out.
Pretty much.
Free agency, NFL.
Yeah, fucking Rams just want to start stocking up on us because they're scared of Garoppolo.
So they got Indomitius Sue
Yeah.
For, what was it, a year and 14 mil?
Yeah.
14 mil for the year?
Uh-huh.
Not a bad deal.
No, it ain't.
Wade Phillips definitely got some talent to work with this year. You know what's funny is they're not only getting players to bolster up the defense, they're getting players with names, and they're also getting players with names that are, I don't want to call them notorious, but they're coming with reps.
Yeah. Didn't they get Michael Bennett too?
No. So we'll say right that Michael Bennett actually got arrested because of the incident that happened in the last year's Super Bowl. Not this past year, but last year's. Where supposedly the 66-year-old man who was working the gate was like, you can't. This was after the Patriots won, so of course his brother Martellus was playing for them, and he's trying to get on. He's like, you can't come here, and apparently from the story, he's just like, whatever, and he just runs over the guy.
This shit, and just that's what they said. The eyewitnesses,
right? And so they're holding him. Put a warrant out for his arrest, and they expect him to post his bond of $10,000.
He's probably out right now.
Yeah, but that's just wild. I don't know what the hell's going on just from reading it. I'm like, huh? Like that just
make no damn sense.
Don't sound right, but we'll see how it plays out. But the thing with it is that so they're picking guys up with reps. Of course, you got Aqib Talib. You got Marcus Peters out here from the town. Shout out to
it's just funny looking at the Rams like, oh, you hoe ass niggas. You guys really trying to be cute now. You guys really think you bad now.
But see, they're also, so the other instance why they're doing this is because they're trying to attract names to get the ticket sales.
I mean, to LA, of course.
Right. And even when they were a top team last year, they still weren't selling out.
Because it's the fucking Rams.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the Rams. Don't justify it. Yeah,
I'm just trying to say. You just saying it.
It's my arch rival, so don't justify it.
However, they're still trying to make a buzz because even though it's a long shot to happen, they out here trying to acquire Odell Beckham.
Because Odell's just, I don't know what's going on with him, man. He sounds like people say that he should come to the Niners. I'm just like, man, he gives me very T.O. vibes, and I'm not talking about talent wise. I'm talking about he's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? And especially in the Bay, he gonna find him something to get fucked up.
Definitely remember he was around that white powdery substance.
Mm-hmm. Imagine him out here.
Yeah.
And y'all could have him. Y'all
I'm good
deal with that.
No, I'm good. I'm good off that. Don't put that juju on us.
I'm just saying. Watch tomorrow morning when I wake up. Gruden picks him up for the Raiders. I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah. Raiders is still in the cut making moves, doing so. I guess Sue had a meeting with the organization.
Yeah,
they canceled that to go to LA. Mm-hmm. They still trying to figure out their stuff out. They finally cut Alden Smith.
Ooh, shit, Alden
who got arrested again
for violating his probation.
Yeah, so apparently what happened was the domestic dispute. I guess it is his baby mom's. And he reached out to talk to her about something. Well, it violated the damn probation, so they booked him.
Oh, well, bro.
Man, it's a sad story, but again, I don't really want to get into that because, just...
Hey, man.
Yeah.
What can we say about Alden, man?
Baseball's on its way up, but I don't care about baseball.
Fuck about baseball.
You know what's funny is that... So, of course, Raiders. Of course, Lakers. So, Larissa's like, well, what baseball team do you like? I'm like, well, I don't really follow baseball like that. Like, I mean, obviously, I watched the Giants, and I was like, but, one of the guys I went to high school with, shout out to Mark Connor. He plays for the A's, and I was like, so I mean, I don't care. Like, I don't really watch. She's like, well, we're gonna be Giants fans, and I was like,
okay.
I was like, you could be a Giants fan, and I'll support that. And I was like, but I don't really watch baseball. So we got into this back and forth, and then long story short, I was like, look, let me put it to you like this: if your ass gets invested in baseball the way I'm invested in football and basketball, we will have a conversation in a year's time. And in a year's time, if you are that invested, then yes, I will rock and say I'm a legit Giants fan.
Well, when they go against the Dodgers, you better choose wisely.
So this is funny. So as a result, guess who has Bleacher Report on her phone?
She does.
Guess who's getting in the mix of all this stuff? Like because now she's at a point where she's like, I feel like somehow you tricked me into this shit, so now I have a point to prove, and you're going to be a Giants fan when it's all said and done. I'm like, hey, do your thing. Do your thing. I don't know if she's really paying attention like that, but I know she gets alerts.
She's trying to prove you wrong. That's what
I know she gets alerts with the Lakers because she's like, oh, so he's going to be out tonight. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not very sad about it. I don't wish injury on nobody, but I'm not necessarily crying that he's not playing, so whatever. So we're going to see. The fate of me being a baseball fan like that lies in Larissa's hands. And I tried to to level with her in other sports. I was like, I mean, if you want to watch hockey, like I can say I'm from the I'll be a Sharks fan. She's like, no, it doesn't count. That's literally in our backyard. We're from San Jose. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, hey,
I've never been to a Sharks game. Have you?
Oh, bro, we gotta go.
I've never been to a Sharks. I've been out here all my life, and I've been to hella events at the San Jose Arena, but I've never been to a Sharks game.
Yeah, we'll change that next season. I don't watch hockey like that in my spare time, but if anybody, so when I was in the Big Brother Little Brother program when I was younger, my big, he got tickets and he took me.
Oh, wow.
Bruh, hockey games are so fun to watch.
Quack, quack.
They're fun.
Why do I say quack, quack?
I don't know. He's thinking of Mighty Ducks. That's Anaheim, G.
I know, but I was just thinking of the Mighty Ducks. The only time I ever watched hockey was in the movies for the Mighty Ducks.
Right. No, like I said, I don't watch it just in my spare time outside of, going to the bars or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if somebody came to me and was like, yo, Jay, I got an extra ticket. You want to roll? I'm dropping everything.
Exactly. Like, if someone gave me a ticket, I was like, yeah, I'll go. But
no, they're fun. We got to go for sure.
I'm pretty sure it's fun.
We'll make sure to go. And then the other option, I was like, okay, well, let's just do the San Jose Earthquakes then. She's like, but I don't watch soccer like that. And I'm like, this is exactly why I only invest myself in football and basketball. Like,
see, I only invest myself in football and wrestling. So if I ever meet somebody that loves the Niners as much as I do, I kind of, but I have to love wrestling just as equally. So
hell yeah,
yeah, yeah. So
hell yeah.
See, female wrestling fans, they're rare. They're unicorns.
They are.
I mean, I found them a lot on Twitter, but they're like spread all around the fucking earth. So, but then I go to a wrestling event, I see all these females around. Like, where were you?
Right.
Like Bailey, man, she's from San Jose. I was like, where the hell you been my whole life?
Where you been at, Bay?
With a dude named Aaron. It's like her, dude. Her fiance is a wrestler named Aaron.
Right?
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. Just wasn't your time, man.
Yeah. Well, some Aaron's time, lucky bastard. Shit. What else is going on in sports? That's pretty much it.
I mean, that pretty much covers it. Like I said, I've been
we've been
so busy packing, going
some
through.
Albums dropped. Rich Homie Quan dropped his album like a few weeks ago, and yeah.
I'll go into it in depth on the next episode because I listened to it. There were some things I liked. It was just I'm too out of it to get into the zone.
To me, I listened to it and it was very, very blah.
Fuck it. Let's bring it up.
It was typical Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, everybody, and the thing was, everybody was praising it.
Yeah, on my timeline, everyone was praising it. It was vintage Rich Homie Quan, which it kind of was in a way, but it just none of it was really hitting for me.
Yeah, I mean, the author in Same Year stood out. Long Enough was a really good one. I like that one. Perfect Flower was cool, and then the joint with Rick Ross, Think About It, was decent. But overall, it's just everything was sounding too much alike. Now, I will say this. I like the fact that he sounded more mature in his raps and his hooks. Yeah. It didn't just sound like they were just all over the place. Like, it actually sounded like he took some time with it.
He really did. It looks like he did work hard on it.
Right. The issue I had was it was hard trying to find
a balance
because everything just sounded alike.
Every track.
And it sucks because he was actually, so in addition to his lyrics, he actually was working on his voice. So he was hitting some vocal ranges where I was like, oh, for sure, like, that sounds dope.
He needed a Young Thug by his side with Rich.
Yeah, it's unfortunate it's a situation where to have the Rich Gang with him would have been beneficial for him.
I don't know what's going on between those two. Didn't Gucci Mane make some fucking bet on? Yeah, he made some bet on Twitter. Not some bet, but he told Rich Homie Quan and the Young Thug get paid $1 million each if they just record an album from scratch. Lock them in the studio, pay them $1 million each.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he said it on Twitter. And just do an album on scratch. And Young Thug said something with his broken English. I don't know what the hell he said.
Yeah,
but he said he don't need the money. And I'm like, whatever, man. Look, politics.
Of course.
Some other albums dropped. Like Wendy's, the actual restaurant Wendy's dropped the mixtape called What's Beef. Is it called What's Beef or Beefin'?
Beefin' or something like that.
And I didn't listen to it because I didn't take it serious.
We Beefin'.
I guess there was a whole bunch of diss tracks to McDonald's.
It was funny. It was definitely funny, and it actually was cool to hear that it wasn't just like some, joke, rap. They actually brought, I don't know if she's an actual rapper, or if somebody ghost writ for her, but the bars she was spitting was cool.
Yeah, it was Wendy.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where it was, and the dope thing was it was only 5 songs, and it's only 10 minutes, so each one's like...
They really spent time to make that and put that on Apple Music or put it on... Wow.
Yeah, it's one of those drinks where it's funny.
Because Wendy's have been sending shots to fucking...
Yeah, that's why Wendy's is one of the best Twitter accounts out.
And the food ain't that good.
I mean, it's serviceable. I'm a Carl's Jr. nigga myself.
Same
right?
here.
You know what I'm saying? But when I rock with Wendy's, it's definitely cool to hear on first, second listen. After that, you just like
Second.
First and second.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes sometimes you want to go back like, wait a minute, let me play that one and see if I heard something else. After that, it's kind of like, all right.
Pretty much.
But shout out to Wendy's because I mean that never they goal wasn't to be on Billboard. It was just to be like, yo, we run this shit.
Yes. Well, yeah. And before I came here, I was on Twitter, and you know that movie Ready Player One is about to come out, the Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
So I guess Carl's Jr. decided to, I guess in honor of Spielberg, they decided to drop a burger called Spielburgers. So Warner Brothers hit him up saying, "Yeah, you can't do that shit. That's a cease and desist. We don't agree to this."
Oh wow.
And they kept
block the fuck out of them.
Yeah, no, but then they kept. I don't think this is. I think this is like promotion, but they kept going to the studios or whatever. And I guess it got to the point where Steven Spielberg, he don't even have a Twitter account. He had to send the video to the fucking. What would you do that for?
Because he's about to stun his ass.
No, you about to whoop his ass and then stun him.
Yeah.
You can just tell on mute that Austin is about to beat JR's ass. See, look at that. He's contemplating. Oh, done, son of a bitch. I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do right now.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Anyway, but yeah, they forced Steven Spielberg to go on camera and say, like, yeah, I appreciate it, but yeah, cease and desist. That ain't going to work.
Right.
I was like, damn, you have to force Steven Spielberg to go on social media and do that shit. He's been low-key hating lately. Because he's been telling that Netflix movie shouldn't win Oscars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they should win Emmys.
Just hating.
Well, whatever.
Fuck out of here.
I'm going to see that movie. It's been getting nothing but great reviews. So.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of movies, I saw that movie Unsane.
Oh, was
the
it?
one that was filmed in on iPhones and shit. It was
Okay.
actually quite good. It's a story when you think it's going one way, it goes the complete opposite.
Okay.
Jay
It's a
Farrell's in
thriller.
it. Yeah, Jay, it's a thriller.
Nice.
Jay Farrell's in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Also about to whoop JR's ass right
I'm about
here.
to whoop your ass like a country mule.
You a motherfucking bitch ass nigga. Don't you ever beat my ass, nigga. Damn. Oh, damn. I just like watching this in mute because it's just funnier that way.
Right.
Damn, with Tupac playing in the background. Did you listen to all the other albums? Because I didn't listen to them twice.
Nah, we'll get some this week. This, like I said,
Oh! There he goes.
this is just one of those joints where I just had to get all my stuff at my apartment.
Listen to the soundtrack.
The hearts of men. Yeah, it's like we said, man. With this episode that'll pop up, we got our playlist for the month of March, aptly titled March Madness,
Which is in the description. So,
and right now we got it up on Apple Music. I'll get it all situated out by tomorrow.
I spent time
whenever.
to construct that damn track list, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I took to 50 songs. So don't put that shit on shuffle. Listen to that all the way through. Even
Right.
got Limp Bizkit on there with the Roller remix.
Yeah.
Nah, no, y'all be loving this shit right here.
Because if you don't care, then we don't care.
Where the fuck you at, punk? Shut the fuck up. Damn, that's fucking terrible. The remix is dope. Method Man, Redman, and DMX, man, that shit knocked.
Yeah.
I do not know why they didn't film a video for that. They
But
dropped the ball.
yeah, we'll also have the playlist again as usual. We'll have it on Spotify, have it on that title.
That title.
And hit us up. Let us know how you feel about these playlists
Damn,
so
also
far.
about to get the switch out.
Let
Get a
us-
switch.
Let us know how you feel about these playlists. You know what I'm saying? If they're the good length, for you, if you want shorter length, if you want them a little bit longer.
No, man, y'all gonna listen anyway.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Just give us your feedback. Again, you can hit us up anywhere. If you want to hit up the intern.
Anywhere.
Well,
I mean like the phone and shit.
I mean, if you can hit us up anywhere that we allow you to hit us up.
Exactly.
I'm talking social media terms.
Okay,
but-
social media.
Yeah.
You said anywhere, yeah. I was thinking, literal.
Nah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you can pop up on the official The Illogical Sense Twitter handle. That's
on Twitter.
T-Illogical SP. Or you can hit me up, JC No Hundreds.
And me, Mr. Busby. On Instagram, it's just Mr. Busby. Or on Twitter, it's Mr. Busby4.
Yeah,
lowercase 08.
All across the board is JC No Hundreds. I lucked out. Nobody wanted my name.
I wanted Mr. Busby, but someone actually has that
I remember you telling me
on
that.
Twitter.
Yeah.
That shit pissed me off. Yeah, I'm kind of hungry right now, so. This is episode 81. I don't know how long. This is probably
82.
82, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
What football player, what famous football player is 82? That was good. Could we
Favorite?
No. Like,
just-
who was good? Like, who had 82?
We got Toy Smith. I mean, he's the most recent one to probably.
I mean, that was because we had 80 Jerry Rice and 81 was Terrell Owens.
Right,
I
so
don't know who's
82. I remember, I think Shannon Sharp wore 82 at some point.
Did he have a Super Bowl?
Got 3.
I guess.
Wait, hold up. Before we get off, did Shannon Sharp? Because I remember him wearing 84, but did he have 82?
Just type in Shannon Sharp's number.
Uncle Shay. Ma with the yak.
Yeah, I was surprised you put this on the playlist. Hearts of Man.
Oh, I was playing this nonstop. I love this song. Yeah, Uncle Shay wore number 82.
14.
The Broncos, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think his last stint with the Broncos.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. But that was when Elway was still playing, right?
Nah, Elway retired before the new millennium.
Yeah.
This was after he was done playing with the Ravens and then he went back.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll rock with that. That's in my eyes, he's the best tight end ever played.
Yeah, well, better than Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin was a receiver.
I thought he was a tight end. Oh, damn. Yeah. That skinny ass nigga. Makes sense. Well, that's 82. And, yeah, fuck Jed York. Catch y'all next week.
Peace.
Yeah, bitches.
Rest in peace, Lou boy.
Hell yeah. Fade out.